Climate change made Hurricane Melissa more intense. A new rapid attribution study confirms that human-driven warming made Hurricane Melissa more intense, more destructive, and far more likely to occur. A six-fold increase in likelihood. According to the World Weather Attribution (WWA) network, the atmospheric and oceanic conditions that fueled Hurricane Melissa were made approximately 6 times more likely by climate change. The Category 5 storm, which hit the Caribbean in late October 2025, rapidly intensified from 68 to 140 miles per hour, 110 to 225 kilometers per hour in just 24 hours. An event scientists describe as explosive intensification. WWA's international team of 20 researchers, including scientists from the University of the West Indies, UWI, the UK, Ireland, the Netherlands, Cuba, Austria, and the US, analyzed rainfall, wind, and ocean data to isolate the fingerprints of human-induced warming. The atmospheric setup that allowed this storm to strengthen so dramatically was made 6 times more likely by today's warmer climate, the study concludes. Quantifying the impact. Using the Imperial College London Storm Model, IRIS, and historical weather datasets, the researchers found that maximum wind speeds increased by about 7% compared with pre-industrial conditions. Extreme rainfall rose by around 16%, with 5-day totals in Jamaica and eastern Cuba now 20 to 50% higher than before industrial-era warming. Sea surface temperatures along Melissa's path were 1.4 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial average, providing additional heat energy to the system. The storm left at least 75 people dead and caused billions of dollars in damages across Jamaica, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti. UWI scientists call for a turning point. The UWI Mona campus contributed 4 co-authors to the report: Professor Michael Taylor, Professor Tanisha Stevenson, Dr. Jordan Jones, and Dr. Jayaka Campbell. Their message is clear. Hurricane Melissa should mark a shift in how the Caribbean approaches climate resilience. Dr. Jayaka Campbell, climate scientist at UWI Mona, shared, "Hurricane Melissa's catastrophic landfall in Jamaica is not an anomaly. It is the canary in the coal mine. When a storm can explosively intensify from 70 to 185 miles per hour in less than 3 days over ocean waters that are 1.5 degrees Celsius warmer than normal, we are witnessing the dangerous new reality of our warming world." Campbell emphasized that the conditions enabling such storms have been building for decades. "We have the science, we understand the risks, and we know the solutions. Every fraction of a degree of warming we prevent, every investment in resilient infrastructure, every dollar committed to adaptation is the difference between survival and catastrophe for millions." Pushing the limits of adaptation. Friederike Otto, senior lecturer at Imperial College London and co-author of the WWA analysis, warned that worsening storms may soon exceed what many nations can withstand. What we see with Hurricane Melissa and other recent monster storms is that they are becoming so intense that they will soon push millions of people beyond the limits of adaptation, Otto said. Unless we stop burning coal, oil, and gas, we will see more and more countries reaching these limits. WWA's findings align with a broader scientific consensus that warming oceans, now averaging roughly 0.9 degrees Celsius above 20th century norms, provide more latent heat and moisture to fuel tropical cyclones, increasing both rainfall intensity and maximum wind speeds. Implications for policy and infrastructure. For the Caribbean and other climate-vulnerable regions, the results highlight the urgent need to update infrastructure design standards and rethink disaster preparedness frameworks. Faster intensification leaves less time for evacuations and emergency response. Heavier rainfall increases the likelihood of catastrophic flooding, even in areas not historically flood-prone. Energy and water systems designed around 20th century climate norms may no longer meet reliability thresholds. We're already engaging regional negotiators and will ensure this science reaches decision makers ahead of global climate talks, said Professor Michael Taylor, Dean of Science and Technology at UWI Mona. Our goal is to put Caribbean science at the center of adaptation strategy. A regional wake-up call. WWA has completed more than 100 peer-reviewed attribution studies linking human-caused climate change to specific weather extremes, from European heat waves to Pakistan's 2022 floods. But the group notes that hurricanes present unique analytical challenges, as their impacts depend on both extreme rainfall and high wind speeds, compounded by storm surge and local topography. For the Caribbean, Hurricane Melissa is now both a tragedy and a test case. It demonstrates that even modest additional warming can shift risk profiles dramatically. Without significant reductions in fossil fuel use, more intense and destructive storms like Melissa will become increasingly common, the study warns. You've been listening to Sustainability Soundbites presented by E+E Leader. For partnership opportunities, reach out to a member of our team.